Welcome back, everybody. So for supper tonight, we're gonna have some beef tips over rice. And for this dish, I like to cook it low and slow in the crock pot all day long. It's super duper easy to make. It's just a few ingredients that you see right here. So we are going to use some lean beef stew. I get about 2.5 pounds. This is 2.42. That works too. We're gonna do one big can of cream of chicken, a can of beef broth, and a can of French onion. So for the cream of chicken, you don't have to use cream of chicken. You can use cream of mushroom. However, my husband is not a huge mushroom fan, so I just use a big cream of chicken. And here I have a packet of onion soup mix. You can get the Lipton or whatever your generic store brand, it doesn't matter. I'm not gonna use quite the whole pack, probably just half of it. Otherwise it's pretty salty. So we're gonna mix all of these up and we're gonna pour it over the beef tips. And I like to cook it low and slow for about 9 hours. So it's morning time now. And we'll have this for supper tonight. So you can just watch me how I put it all together. Super easy, and you can do it too. So I know that 2.5 pounds is a lot of meat for this dish, but we really like to have leftovers, and this makes a ton. So you will have plenty of leftovers, and it is so delicious the next day. It's so great. So when this dish is completely done, and you'll see it at the end of the video, the beef is kind of like sitting in this gravy is kind of what I like to call it, and it's really delicious. However, it is a little thin, so if you like your gravy to be a little thicker, then go ahead and just omit the can of beef broth, and I promise it will still be fine. There'll be plenty of sauce or gravy in there. But either way, it is so delicious. I like to cook mine on low for about 9 hours, but you could cook it on high for about 4.5 too. So here is a look at my dining and living room. And this is just actually a normal, typical day of what this area looks like. I'd say 90% of the time, this is what this space looks like. I had laundry out that hadn't been put away. My girls had made a fort. They love to use these 2 chairs and make a fort. It's quite fun. And it was just time to get this place back in order. So I would not, have mom brain and go cuckoo. But here is just a look at it. You can see how we are going to transform this space back to the way I like it. So just come on ahead and let's go ahead and tackle this. And we are going to start with the kitchen first. So yeah. So there are many channels that I watch here on YouTube, but there's one that sticks out, and it's called This Crazy Life, and there's a gal who, that's her channel, her name's Amanda. She's also a mom and a homemaker, but she gave some great advice a few years ago, and I always think about it. And her thing or idea is to start with your domino chore. And my domino chore is my dishwasher, because once I get going with the dishwasher, it kind of gets the rest of, oh, did you see that? It kind of gets the rest of the chores going and in line. And unloading the dishwasher is not my favorite thing, but it kind of just gets me going with the rest of the cleaning that I have to get done. Do you have a domino chore that just helps you get going and just causes the domino effect to getting your house clean? So if you do, tell me, what is your domino chore? What I'm using here to clean my stovetop is just some Dawn spray. I just sprayed it on there, and I'm using this little pad. It's not a Brillo pad. I mean, it is pretty tough, but it does not scratch the stainless. So, and then I'm just kind of rinsing it off with some water and a microfiber cloth. And then I'm gonna go in here in just a minute and dry it off, and then use some stainless steel polish and shine her up and make her pretty. So that little black ball in the corner is an Alexa speaker, and we love having it in the kitchen because we can listen to music when we're cooking or when I'm doing the dishes, but I do not like the way it looks, so I hide it with a silver pumpkin. don't you go ahead and make yourself a cup of coffee or make yourself some tea and just enjoy your life. You deserve it. Okay? You are welcome. Okay, y'all, now that we've finished that kitchen, let's go ahead and tackle this hot mess of a living room. So we store most of the girls' toys, or my youngest daughter, most of her toys, in these IKEA cabinets that are underneath the TV that you'll see here in just a minute. They are awesome and fantastic for hiding toys or just storing toys. When we bought the house and I was decorating for this living room, I really wanted a big and long sideboard or buffet to go under the TV. But when you get into the big ones, the big sideboards or the long ones, they get to be really expensive. So we went ahead and bought 3 of these other cabinets from IKEA, and they turned out awesome. So we have to clean these chairs quite often because the girls love to sit up here and they eat. We have lots of spills on them. This time it was ice cream, chocolate ice cream. But our little carpet shampooer just took them right out. They did so well. And I didn't even use a solution. What we used was hot water and a little bit of Tide laundry soap, believe it or not. I learned that trick from an Instagrammer called Go Clean Co. Here you can see it before. It was pretty bad. And then after, my husband worked his magic and it turned out great. In case you forgot what that hot mess looked like, here's another look, the before. Now let's all be honest, because we know that this didn't last longer than about an hour. And that's only because I had a 2-year-old sleeping and a 6-year-old at school. I know that you guys have very busy days, but you chose to take this time to spend it with me, and I appreciate that so much. You guys watching the videos helps my channel grow, and I am so grateful. If you like the video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and subscribe, share it with your friends, comment, do everything. So here's the finished product. Like I told you, the gravy kind of thinned out, but we like it like that. And you could also serve this over mashed potatoes and it would be just as delicious. We just had a side salad and we served it over rice. I didn't show you how to make rice because I know that you guys know how to make rice. But it turned out so yummy, and I will leave my little recipe for it in the description box below. Thanks, guys.